In this particular video, we'll take up an example of maximum area under a curve. The question here is, one side of a rectangle lies on the x-axis. The opposite side of the rectangle lies on the graph of y equals to e to the power of minus x squared. For what value of x is the area of the rectangle a maximum? Now you are almost at the end of this session. Final exam is probably in a week's time. You have learned trigonometric and exponential functions, so we expect questions based on trigonometric and exponential functions in the test. And therefore, in this particular example, I have taken function y equals to e to the power of minus x squared, right? So it's kind of a optimization question. Let's sketch and visualize the situation first. So we have a curve of e to the power of minus x squared. So this is even symmetry, as you can see. So it look like something like this. Right? So assume that this is symmetric about the y-axis. Now we are talking about a rectangle for maximum area. Let this be the rectangle. Now clearly, if we have x on the right side, minus x will be on the left side. So the value of this function, the area of this function, could be found as this side dimension is 2x, right? This is 2x. So 2x is the width of this rectangle. And what is the height? Height, since this vertex lies on the curve y equals to minus, so this value of y is equals to e to the power of minus x squared. So we could multiply this by e to the power of minus x squared. Is that clear? Right. So that gives you the area of this particular rectangle, which has the base on the x-axis. Right. So this is the x-axis, and on the y-axis we have the other side has intercepts on the curve. Now if x is 0, then we know this point is 1. So this is 1. Now we have a function in x. So if we find the first derivative and analyze, we can always find the value of x for maximum area. So let's find the derivative of this function, dA dx. We can apply the product rule. Derivative of 2x is 2 times e to the power of minus x squared plus 2x times derivative of this function, which is minus 2x times e to the power of minus x squared. Now 2 times e to the power of minus x squared is common. So we get 1, and here we have negative. So we have already taken 2 times e to the power of minus x. We are left with minus 2x squared. Is that clear, right? So we have already taken one of these 2's and e to the power of minus x squared common. So we are left with x times 2x, which is minus 2x squared. Now for critical number, this should be 0, right? So we are trying to figure out the critical number. Let's write down. So for critical number, this should be equal to 0. E to the power of minus x squared cannot be 0, but this factor could be 0. That is to say, 2x squared is equal to 1. That gives you 0, right? So that gives you two values for x, which is square root of half, plus and minus. So these are the two critical numbers which you get. Now we can actually find the area for these values, and also well, for what values of x the area of the rectangle is maximum. So now, to prove that this gives you the maximum area, what we can consider here is that the value of x could be what? So we could say that the value of x could be between, let's say, x is going to be between 0 or it is less than infinity, right? So those are the two possible values of x. So a for 0 will give us 0. So we know a0 is equal to 0. And if I write a approaching infinity, I mean large value, let's say approaching infinity, in that case e to the power of minus x square, as you can see, is approaches infinity, right? 0 in 0, right? So that also approaches 0. Therefore any area in between is the maximum. You get an idea, right? So this gives you indeed the maximum area. Is it okay? So we have shown that the critical number represents the maximum area from boundary conditions. Perfect. So that is how we can solve this. Well, at times you may be required to find the value of maximum area. So you can always plug it in and find in the formula. So let me write down the answer now. That for x equals to minus or plus or minus, I should say, 1 over square root 2, we are going to get maximum area. So I hope the concept is absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. If you like and subscribe my videos, that'll be great. Thanks a lot for watching and all the best.